Australia, the land of the fair go, now overrun by over 1 million new faces in just 2 years, bursting our cities at the seams with endless queues for homes, jobs, and hospital beds. Could this be the invasion that's finally breaking our nation? That's the shocking cry echoing from the streets. But hold on, because what if the real story is a web of lies and half-truths designed to ignite fear? Welcome to Aussie Political Updates, your frontline source for the unvarnished truth in Aussie politics. Smash that subscribe button now and turn on notifications so you never miss the chaos shaping our future. Picture the scene last Sunday, August 31st, 2025, as thousands flood the streets of Sydney, Melbourne, and beyond, draped in Australian flags, chanting "Stop the Invasion" under the banner of March for Australia. Led by fiery voices like One Nation's Pauline Hanson in Canberra, who thundered that the major parties are ramping up immigration to record highs, and Bob Katter in Townsville railing against 400,000 arrivals yearly, these protesters painted a dire picture of a country drowning in migrants. Signs screamed "Mass immigration is destroying us," blaming everything from skyrocketing rents to clogged roads on this supposed tidal wave. In Melbourne, neo-Nazi Thomas Sewell hijacked the stage, declaring if we do not stop immigration, our death is certain, sparking clashes with counter-protesters that saw pepper spray fly and bottles shatter, injuring officers and leaving multicultural communities reeling in fear. One young nurse from China, Chole Jiang, whispered her terror, "I feel overwhelmed, like they hate us for just existing here." Yet, in a moment of pure surprise, as the crowds dispersed, experts like former Immigration Deputy Abul Rizvi stepped in with a bombshell. These claims are built on sand. The protesters hurled around the figure of 1,500 new arrivals daily, a number that exploded online thanks to radio host Ben Fordham and right-wing shares. But it's a massive misunderstanding of the Australian Bureau of Statistics overseas arrivals and departures data. That counts every border cross tourists, Aussies returning from holidays, even multiple trips by the same person, not true migrants settling for 12 months or more. The ABS itself slammed this misuse last week, warning it leads to inaccurate conclusions on migration. Dive deeper into the net overseas migration, or NOM, the gold standard for population impact, and the narrative crumbles. For the 12 months to December 2024, it's 341,000, a whopping 37% drop from the 2022-23 peak of 538,000, which was a post-COVID catch-up after borders slammed shut and NOM plunged negative for the first time in a century. Back then, arrivals tanked while departures spiked, leaving a 500,000 shortfall. Now, with students and workers returning but visas tightening, arrivals fell 10% to 667,000 in 2023-24, and departures rose 8% to 221,000, pulling NOM down to 446,000. Professor Alan Gamlin from ANU reveals. The twist: this surge was never about Labor flooding the gates but extensions keeping temporary visa holders, like 207,000 international students, here longer during the pandemic, many already contributing as nurses or builders before the chaos hit. And housing. Gamlin drops another surprise. Prices boomed mid-pandemic when migration hit rock bottom, proving its zoning laws and investor greed, not migrants, fueling the fire. Migrants even build the homes we need. As Prime Minister Albanese fired back in question time, rejecting Katter's wild claims with diversity is our strength, the real question lingers. If the numbers aren't the villain, who's pulling the strings on this fear machine, and what happens when the truth catches up to the rage? But wait, just as the dust settles on these rallies, a darker shadow emerges. What if this manufactured panic is the spark that ignites a full-blown cultural war, tearing at the heart of our multicultural dream? Stick around for the explosive revelations that could redefine Australia's borders forever. Thanks for watching Aussie Political Updates, your go-to for raw, unfiltered Aussie political breakdowns. If this flipped your view on the migration myth, hit like, share with a mate, and subscribe with notifications on to catch every twist in the power plays down under. What's your take? Scapegoating or real crisis? Drop it in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next update.